Sometimes life is going to throw you a curveball, and it's going to make you reflect, and sometimes you're going to think things are really hard. But are they? What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberland? Coming back to you with another real estate education video slash dealing with life. And today I'm talking about, life will fuck with us at times. It'll make us start questioning things about our own self, about our abilities, about where we're at in life. And your mind can be your greatest weapon or your greatest adversary. And you got to realize that you're in control of it and you dictate how things are going to proceed forward. Even though you're going to get curveballs and you can't control those curveballs, but how do you manage to work around those situations and keep it pushing forward to get to your next goal or whatever goals you have set out for yourself, whether that's for the day or the week, the month, etc. And when you get thrown these curveballs, as you get older in life and as you experience things, you have to start sometimes reflecting on what just got thrown at you. And you have to think, is this a major infraction or is it a minor infraction? What that means is, example for me. I had a situation about a week or two ago where our bathtub stopped up with water again. And I had somewhere I needed to be, and unfortunately I had to postpone that engagement by a couple hours. Still got where I need to be, but it was a dire situation because I can't leave and the plumbing's a problem in the house. However, this had not been the first time I dealt with this. This had happened before. Because, for those who own a home, people using a shower, people who have hair, especially those who have long, curly hair, over time with soap suds and anything that's on your body when you're scrubbing yourself, that goes down the drain, and over time that can start to clog up the drain. Since most drains, the plumbing lines are not like this. They're more so, this or if not smaller. So your line can get stopped up and now you have a problem. And is it a major problem or is it a minor problem? And you got to figure that out. And from my personal experience, it was a minor problem. Pain in the ass problem nonetheless, but it was a problem that had to be fixed, and it had to be fixed ASAP. So my experience, I went out, grabbed my tools, opened up my line, staked the line, and a little part of me was concerned, like, okay, is this gonna go all the way through? And it did. Snaked the line, pulled out the nice big wad of hair, and after that ran the shower for a little bit, and the problem was resolved. However, I let everybody know about it in the household and told them, hey, preventative maintenance people, this is what we need to do, yada, yada, yada. However, I also didn't just point fingers. I let everybody know, too, as well. This also could have been prevented if I had done my routine maintenance, which is to clean the line every 3 months, which I had slacked, and I didn't do that. And had I done that, the line probably would never got clogged in the first place, because the chemicals you pour down does its job, eats up the hair, keeps everything moving. My experience with that had happened so many times that I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't think like, oh, shit's just not working, things are falling apart. It was a clear case of, this is nothing new, let's get it resolved. However, the first time that happened to me, I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, shit, who do we call? Who do I need to call? I need to do this or I need to do this. And I was just frantic because never had this problem. And I didn't have anybody to go to about how to deal with this problem. And, you know, that was that. And then after the first time of dealing with it, you know, buying the proper snaking tools as opposed to calling a plumber might charge you $300, $400. And then learning about how to keep your line clean on a regular basis and not allowing certain things to go down the drain and understanding these things are going to happen. Putting all that in perspective after doing that after the first, second time, I have been less inclined to panic or feel some type of way negatively that this is fucked up, things are going wrong, what else can happen? This is so bad when it's not. It's very minor infractions. And my point about this is that there's going to be times where you're going to get a curveball thrown at you, and before you react, take a chance to think about what just happened and realize, has this kind of happened before? And if it's happened before, well, you know how to deal with it. And then if it hasn't happened before, that doesn't mean where you go on a frenzy like, oh! It's just like, okay, how serious is this we're talking about? You know, and as I get older and older and try to be wiser about my decisions and how I feel about things, I've started to be more inclined of, is somebody dead? Somebody hurt? And you think like, well, why do people who are older always say that? Well, it's like, if it's not, and I get it now too, but if it's not really one of those things, it's something that's either going to take time to resolve or it's going to take some type of money. And normally, when it's money, it's not going to be $50,000. It's not going to be money you don't have. And if it is money you don't have, there's ways to get that resolved. You know, get a loan, ask to borrow some money from a friend and pay them back. You know, there's ways to go about it. What you don't do is just like start tearing up shit or just you just, okay, on what threshold, how serious is this? Is somebody dead? No. Is somebody injured? No. What are we talking about here? Oh, you know, the gas line is leaking, or it has a gas line leak. Okay, then let's turn off the gas. Let's get it resolved. Oh, you got a flat tire. Okay, let's take it to American Tires. They're a great place to go to for tires. Okay, get it resolved that way. Or situation I had a couple months ago. My water pump for my engine was shot. Didn't do anything to cause it, just wear and tear. It was going to cost me, I think, almost $2, if not a little more, to replace it. That was not in the cards. But at the same time, didn't freak out, didn't panic, was just like, okay, well, they already told me it's an issue, it needs to be resolved, and I got time to get it resolved, so let's get it resolved when we can. So, the first thing to do on the list, and that's what we did. That's all I could do. I had no control over what happened. It was just like, okay, how are we going to go about it? So, you know, when you think everything is bad and everything's fucked up and nothing's going right, sometimes it's best, and I've done this before, sometimes write down what exactly is going on and look at how serious are these things. And when you do this, think about it in the lines of not when you're stressed. Just do it when you're calm and think about it. And sometimes you realize, okay, this is really minor. This isn't that serious. Okay, this is serious. Gotta do something about this. But no, they're not as bad as I'm thinking. It's just sometimes life shit will stack on top of shit on top of you all at once, and then you're just like, you start, oh no, I don't know what to do. It's like, no, stop and think, okay, what just happened? What's going on? Okay, what can we do right now to resolve what's going on? And just do one thing at a time. Because whether it's your personal life or your business, you're going to get these type of things. You can't avoid it. And you can be like, well, I don't, if you decide, like, well, I'll just live in my house. Even if you live in your house, shit's going to break down. Something's going to go wrong. And then how do you deal with that? Do you just go into a frenzy and just go in the corner and cry, or just hide under the bed? Or you're like, okay, well, these things have happened. How do we fix them? What do we need to do to fix them? So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.